Breaking news at the top of this bulletin. We're hearing about a seeming rift between the Congress and NCP, this time over the allegations of Natwar Singh. Remember, in his interview to Headlines Today, Natwar Singh had claimed that it was Rahul Gandhi who convinced Sonia Gandhi not to stand for Prime Minister after winning the general elections. DP Tripathi of the NCP was speaking to Headlines Today's Brijesh Pandey. Here's what he said.
We have with us Mr. DP Tripathi of NCP. Sir, in an exclusive interview with Headlines Today, Karan Thapar, Natwar Singh has revealed that, files were being sent to Sonia Gandhi's house. Don't you think it's an extremely serious matter after coming after Sanjay Baru's book?
See, Natwar Singh is not an ordinary politician. He is the most scholarly, enlightened, educated political leader in the country with diplomatic experience, very distinguished diplomatic experience. He has been intimately related to the Nehru family since 1944, since the days of Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira ji, Rajiv ji, and then Sonia ji. Therefore, whatever he has written has to be taken seriously.
But do you think, sir, the issue therefore the fact that files, important government files were first taken to Sonia Gandhi is extremely dangerous to the mechanism which is laid by the government, and it's a fit case which can be investigated and tried under official Secrets Act?
I would not comment on whether files were taken or not, but the fact of the matter is that the real power rested at 10 Janpath. That is a fact which everybody knows in the country.
And sir, but several congressmen are also trying to discredit Natwar Singh's interview, and they are saying that his book is a rant of a frustrated man. So what do you have to say on that?
If some sycophants want to spit at the sky, that will fall on them. So my appeal to some over-enthusiastic congressmen is, please don't abuse Arjun Singh, keep silent.
This was DP Tripathi was saying that Congress should, that it's very hard for the Congress party to distance itself from Natwar Singh, who has a decade-old relationship with the Gandhi family. With camera person Ashwani Helen, Brijesh Pandey for Headlines Today.
And Brijesh is with us on the phone line for more on that. Brijesh, a rather telling comment from DP Tripathi there, where he said he would advise his friends in the Congress not to pursue the line of they've been taking on this Natwar Singh interview.
Well, yes, DP Tripathi was very categorical about the fact that, he is one of the oldest Nehruvian who is still active, and the association with Nehru Gandhi family goes back to 1946, and for somebody and for the Congress party and most of these leaders who actually earned their spurs working under him, for them to say something like discrediting Natwar Singh as somebody who is never part of the inner circle or the kitchen cabinet of Gandhi family since Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi, and of late Sonia Gandhi. So to discredit him, it will be a very sycophantic practice by the congressman, and his comment was extremely telling, as you just said, when he said that for all those sycophant Congress who will try to discredit Natwar Singh will be akin to spitting in the sky, which will ultimately fall on them. And they're saying that the best way to go about it is that the congressmen should consider the gravity of the charges leveled against the Gandhi family, and there should be a studied response to it. And these kind of statements which goes against Natwar Singh should be avoided, and all kind of personal barbs should be avoided.
Brijesh, any word yet from the BJP about all of this? Because this rift between the NCP and the Congress, well, I wouldn't say rift, but the sort of they're not agreeing with each other's disagreement over Natwar Singh's claims happening just a few months before the assembly elections in Maharashtra.
Well, yes, BJP is most of the leaders we spoke to, they were very gleeful about it. But surprisingly, not many senior leaders are forthcoming. And when we tried to contact them and ask them that, sir, would you like to comment on this? They chose to stay away from it. But whosoever we spoke to in private was of the fact that, this is one issue they have been raising for a very long time when they were in opposition. And they said that that Sonia Gandhi is a super prime minister was a fact which started with Sanjay Baru's book, An Accidental Prime Minister, and then it was reinforced. And they said that these are extremely grievous. This is an extremely grievous charge. And they think that with the fact coupling this controversy with the fact that the kind of disarray Congress party is facing in Haryana and the kind of coalition crisis it is facing in Maharashtra, they think that it will help them reap rich political dividend and will definitely help them politically. Clear?
All right. Thanks very much for the updates there, Brijesh.